No. Brother. the Taking last Monday off was not planned. Do I need to have more tug toys out here for you? Hold on. Bosco, did you poop right there? This can be cut out. Hi, I'm Keys, and this is Mindful Movement, where I move my disabled body and invite you to move yours. Your body. It doesn't have to be disabled. This is Bosco. I'm starting to feel human again. For the first time since, well, I guess before we moved, because the entire reason we moved is because I felt horrible. My brain could not be quiet. And I needed to get out of our old house. And I did, which is such a privilege. And then I got a puppy. My sibling got a new job. My partner started an incredibly heavy course load at school. Going back to school for the first time in 9 years. Or 8 years? 9 years, I think. And yeah, it all caught up to me last week. I could not get out of bed. I did not feel well. I passed out at the top of my stairs. That was an occasion. But I feel better. I feel rested. There was a good stretch of days where I woke up in the morning and couldn't keep my eyes open, and I just went through my day very near tears. But Bosco has settled in. We have settled in. We've finished moving from our old house. And now everything is sitting in our garage. And I have to start putting it away. I feel like every week I've sat down and said, this week's gonna be a slow, measured week. But soon we'll get to me actually, moving through a routine. Change takes time. And when change doesn't take time, I have to take time. You know what I mean? I don't have any eyebrows. I'm not shaving my head, so I shaved my eyebrows off. Unrelated. You're a menace. I'm sitting here because I don't want to get into my body. You notice? I don't want to move. I did so much physical labor moving from our home. And then I kept not fully recovering and doing more, not fully recovering and doing more. And although I'm very proud of myself because I did not injure myself, and injury is so easy when you have a connective tissue disorder. Everything is always slipping everywhere. But I did not injure myself. I just overtaxed my body. And so I just don't want to be tired. I don't want to push myself and be tired again. I've been so tired. I've hardly been able to keep my eyes open. I've hardly been able to stand. But still, the fact that I've moved through all of this change and all of this activity without any physical injury is remarkable and a testament to how much thought I put into moving my body and taking care of myself and being kind to myself. I washed Kylo, my big 100-pound husky, the other day. Yesterday? No way. Day before yesterday. And he does not like baths. He isn't like a monster trying to tear his way out of a bath or anything, but he will add constant pressure pushing towards being able to escape. No matter how much positive reinforcement I do, it doesn't matter. He just doesn't like baths and never will. He's 10, I think. I think the time for being able to convince him that it's actually a good thing is over. Doesn't mean I stopped trying, but you know. Anyway, and he takes half an hour just to get the water soaked all the way through his fur. And I used to be so afraid of when I knew it was time to give him a bath. And it only happens once or twice a year, depending on circumstances, right? And after the bath is, you know, an hour of drying and then brushing, and none of those things are easy. They're all very physically taxing. And I used to cry. I used to get done and it's 2.5 hours later and I would just cry because then I needed to clean myself because I'm always covered in fur afterwards. And me taking a shower in a day is sometimes the most that I would be able to do, right? Just me taking a shower, I would count that as a big activity that was done that day and I wouldn't be able to do anything else. And that's how dynamic disabilities are, right? I never know what my capabilities are going to be. I can give educated guesses based on the time of year and the level of activity I have had and the pattern of my flare-ups, but I never know. So day before yesterday, you know, I washed Kylo, dried him, brushed him, and I think it was probably one of his worst. He has gotten worse as he's gotten older, right? He's almost 10. He's kind of done. He's done being patient, and he's so heavy. And I showered after, and then laid on my bed and just wanted to fall asleep, right? I was so tired. But then I realized nothing hurt. I wasn't hurting. I wasn't in pain. From someone who has experienced chronic pain since I was 11 years old. What a remarkable realization that was. I know I'm not doing a lot of moving. I know this is a mostly talking, mindful talk. But I am still thinking about my body, and that matters. Just acknowledging that I don't want to be in my body. I don't want to move, and I don't want to connect because I don't want to hurt. Because while, yeah, I am not injured and I've been safe, when I move, I am going to experience pain. And I've been so tired lately that the idea of any amount of me adding to my own pain sounds like willingly torturing myself. But it's not. It's not. It's meeting myself where I am. It is experiencing the full range of what it is to live inside my body. And I can do that. I can do that even if it's only for 5 minutes in a day or an hour all at once in a week. I can do this. But I am sore. I am so sore. I didn't even realize I was sore until now. Knowing that I didn't want to move, I was like, oh, I must be stiff and sore. And I wouldn't have known. I gotta be so honest, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't sat down to take this moment. Ooh. Hi, puppy. Oh, God. My hips hurt so bad. I did not even know. But whoa, this hurts. Oh. Ow, 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 ow. It'll be okay. Yeah. So that being said, about not being in pain after washing, drying, and brushing Kylo, it made me realize that I am in the best physical condition of my life. And that's including when I was a teenager and regularly hauling, what are they, 8-gallon buckets? I don't remember. Whatever horse buckets are. Wow, my my shin and calves have so much muscle definition that's so creepy just from going up and down those stairs constantly. That's wild. Anyway, sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, because when I was a teenager and doing very physically taxing stuff, I was miserable. I was always so out of breath and lightheaded and in so much pain. And I was exhausted. And I was never eating enough. And yeah, I was very physically strong. I was incredibly strong. But I was not well. And now, I might not be quite as strong, like brute force strong, but I am well as my body can be. And that is such a reward. Like, the years that I have spent being kind and gentle and slow and steady, the years that I have spent finding every way that I can move to care for my body, that I can hold myself to care for my body, that I can sleep and eat and move to care about myself, to show myself love, Every little bit of that, every day, every year, has been worth it. And it's not bullshit. This isn't bullshit. This is an incredible feat of self-love. And what a strange thing to think when, I could injure myself today just by bending over and picking something up and not be able to get out of bed for the next month. It's happened before. It's so strange. Oh, I've got more mobility in my ankle than I've had since I almost broke it last year. That's awesome. Yay. And it doesn't, hurt. I was really expecting it not to move. Yeah. All this work let me pick up and move my entire life to a new house and get a puppy at the same time. I was able to cope with a disrupted routine and intense physical labor and a difficult mental strain because of all this love I've put into myself, all of this time, all of this work. I made it possible. Wow. I'm so proud of myself. I am so happy about it. Oh, whoa. I am sore. Whoa. And I've talked a lot, not here, but over on TikTok, I've talked a lot about how autistic burnout gives you brain damage. That's studied. It does damage your brain. And I think I had realized it, a long time ago, but I didn't think that it would heal. And then when it did heal enough for me to want to go out and do stuff again, I thought that was it. That's not it. I am gaining a resiliency back that I hadn't even realized I had had before. And I definitely didn't think I would ever have again. But while we were moving, I would wake up, I'd wake up in the middle of the night, take puppy out. And then I'd wake up really early in the morning and take puppy out. And I'd lay back down and I'd think, I can't do this. I cannot get up and go over to, I can't get up and watch this puppy, put him in a crate when he needs to nap, and then go over to our old house and work and work and work and work. And then come back here and get the puppy out of the crate and let him out. And then play with him and keep an eye on him until he needs to nap again and put him back in the crate and go back over to the old house and work and work and work and work and come back. I can't do this. I can't. And then I got up and did it. And when I tell you, it wasn't like, oh, I was too, soft on myself. I was too, you can't be too kind to yourself, I don't think, but I was too willing to accept, my refusals. It wasn't that.
it was that before this wave of my brain healing, I couldn't. If I had woken up and thought I can't do this, I wouldn't be able to. And if I had gone anyway, I would be sick for days. Like, wouldn't be able to get out of bed, or would injure myself type of sick. Like, I could not push through any negative emotion, any feeling of defeat. There wasn't a way. I didn't have the space. Every mental block was a real, true block that I could not surpass. And I worried for a long time. I worried that I was limiting myself, that if I would just do those things anyway, maybe I would get better again and I would be able to do more stuff again or whatever, right? And no, the answer is no. And I'm so happy that I wasn't crazy. You really can love yourself, care for yourself, be gentle to yourself through brain damage, through not wanting to get up ever again, not wanting to try anymore. You can listen to yourself. When it's burnout, depression's different. But when you're burnout, when you have autistic burnout, listen. Even though it feels like nothing will ever change, and you'll never be able to be the person that you want to be again, you have to listen. It works. And yeah, it took 5 years. It did. It took 5 years. But I am well. I am physically and mentally in better condition than I have ever been in my life. I am well. And I didn't think I was ever going to be well again. And I feel like every year, even shorter than that, maybe every few months, I have either gotten on my mat or just had a discussion facing my camera saying, wow, I never thought I would be here. But look, I'm so much better than I have ever been. And every single time it's true. Every single time the better is better than it was before. I think that's the lowest push-up I've managed. That was awesome.
that felt good. I need my water and I need my phone because my watch broke, so I can't set my timer on my wrist. That's so annoying. I want to lay with my head over here. It's just dirty, so I'm gonna put my hood up. If you made it this far, thanks. I hope you're having a great Monday. I hope the last 2 weeks was kind to you. Your foot is completely soaked. I love you so much. I really don't want it on me. I hope the last 2 weeks have treated you well. And I hope today is good. I'm gonna meditate for 10 minutes, and you are welcome to join me. If that is not your thing and you're not interested in participating, understandable. I hope you have a great day. If you do, Bosco? If you do want to meditate, but you're not sure that you're going to do it right, no problem. You can try anyway. Give it a try, and if you last a minute or all 10, you did a good job. The thing about meditation, at least the way that I see meditation and the way that I understand meditation, is that there is no right way. There is just a deeper understanding. But my goal, whenever I meditate, is always to stop trying to force myself to feel any certain way or think any certain way, and stop trying to or wanting to. It's managing the desire to change my environment, to change my mind, my feelings, to change anything, and instead to stop and experience the things. And not that your circumstances don't need changing, or your mind doesn't need changing, or whatever. Only that change is inevitable, but you have to be in charge of your peace. It is much harder to experience peace over change than it is for the world to change. Ooh, the world changing is a really big thing to have said just now. Meditation for me is kindness, forgiveness for what I cannot do, acknowledgement of what I have already done, and acceptance that some things will take time. I hope any of that made sense, especially over the racket of a puppy playing with a metal ball. Whatever. A little water and mud isn't gonna kill me. We'll call this an OCD win. Alrighty. This is incredibly helpful after a month of constant hypervigilance due to having a new puppy who I wanted to protect. I needed to keep safe. And also I am in charge of molding, of caring for, of teaching. That is a whole lot of control that builds up for me that isn't healthy. Nope, that's just dirt. No thanks. Okie dokie. I'm gonna set my timer. And I think I'll probably make it through this time. Hi, sweet baby boy. Do you want to meditate with me? Peace. Peace, buddy. Okie dokie.
my God. Go. It's okay. And every time that I'm drawn right back to right now, and I feel the need to be a part of it, to influence it, to change it, I let myself check in, let myself check on Bosco, because worry is warranted. And then I let it go. It's not a failure. It's not ruining my meditation. It's yet another way to practice, to deepen, to let go. And I count my breaths if it helps. In, 1, out, 2, up to 10, and then start over. And when I realize I've counted over 10, I simply stop counting and start again at 1. As if I never overshot in the first place. Because there's no failing in meditation. There is only learning. Same principles as yoga for me. That's what mindful movement's all about for me. There is no failing, there is only another chance to learn. And all of it is the point.
Bosco, no thank you. We don't dig in the yard. Your paws are all dirty now. Hello? My timer went off and didn't tell me, so I have no idea how long it's been. And I'm happy that I thought that I was being a little I thought I was being a little shit by checking, because I was like, oh man, I'm really impatient today. What is up with me? Yeah, so I have no idea how long that was. And it was definitely interrupted. But I continued, and I'm really proud about that. Because it's not all or nothing. It's not, you don't just get one chance, and if you blow it, then it's all worthless. The process is worth something. Trying again is worth something. Continuing is worth something, even if you don't accomplish what you set out to accomplish. You learn, you experience, and that matters. Okay. Well, I don't know how long we meditated for, but I hope you got something out of it. And thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of the week. Okay, love you. Bye. I guess I could do a full heart. Okay. No, no.